Claire from Created the Ottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up in the UK. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you giving up some of your crafting time to share it with me. This is what we're making this week. It is, what have I called it? What did I call it? Quick and Easy Cube Gift Box. I'm sure my titles get longer. I need to shorten them a bit, don't I? It's getting too much of a mouthful. It is what it says on the tin. If you're in the UK, that's an old advert about Ron Seal paint. Oh dear, going back in age now. It is what it says on the tin. It is exactly that. It is a quick and easy cube gift box. In fact, it couldn't get easier. So this is one that you are gonna have ready when you think, oh, I really need a quick gift box. What can I do? Can't be messing about with sizes and all sorts. You're gonna keep popping back to this. I've made this with some of the Bright and Beautiful paper, just because I'm using up my stash, really. You can see how big it is. Look, I can get my whole hand in there, which doesn't tell you anything, because, you know, I could be a tiny midget or a great big tall person. So probably get 1, 2, 3. Oh, you might even get 6 bottles of glue in there. But it's slightly shorter than the Tombow glue, just for you to compare with what you've got. But it really is a really nice big size. As I was making it, I was thinking it would be really good, because it's a cube, to actually decorate it like a cube, and you could put numbers on the side. So a great little kids box, great for a special anniversary, or a special birthday. You could fit numbers on the side really easily. New baby box, ABC, could go on there really lovely. So that is what we're making today. I tend to use Stampin' Up products because I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but much more than that really. I absolutely love their products. I love the coordination, so I am going to be using them today. Stick with me if you want to have lots of tips and tricks, some easy crafty makes that you can make your own. And if you like the products I use, I would be extremely grateful if you could shop with me at createdtheottaway.co.uk. Okay, so what do we need? Well, not a lot. An A4 piece of paper. If you're in the UK, that is what we are going to use. I've done it just on centimetres because it works out really, really easy that way. We're just cutting it into squares, really. Cutting it into squares and then adding some designer series paper. I think you could make it extra special if you layered some coloured card behind the designer series paper, and I have actually put a piece of paper on the inside just because I don't want it to be just a boring box inside. But you could decorate the inside as well if you want to. This really is me showing you how to make it and you going off and making it your own. So quickly screenshot that and then we can get started. So I have gone with a petal pink colour this week. Remember, I'm using Stampin' Up products, so that's a Stampin' Up colour, and I've matched it with this bee paper. I'm undecided. You know what I'm like. I like both sides. I quite like the fact that you don't know what is on the other side, and that goes nicely. But I really do like the little bees. So I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go that side, but we'll see. We'll see as we go along. I've also got a little tiny bit of ribbon and, oh, the stamp set for the top. So hooray for surprises. I have just used the Make-A-Wish stamp on there, and I've actually just punched some stars to match my paper. I might cut out some little bees for the top of this one, but there's a really lovely cake stamp on there. There's a really lovely candle, little hearts, but these are equally nice, and I think, yeah, they would fit on the top as well. There's actually a die set that goes with this, and a really magical die set that gives you special, magic powers, I was going to say. Not magic powers, but little pull bits, so you tear back the paper and there's a surprise underneath. I really must get round to making a video of that as well. But you don't have to do all the fancy stuff like that. keep your crafting simple, stress-free, and you can still make it a bit of a wow. So the only thing I used for the top was a die from the Stylish Shapes. I just used that one there. This is a great set. I love layered sets because you can just do so much with them without too much effort. You just die cut a load of those shapes and layer it up and job done. This has got circles, squares, and these, I don't know what shape they are. They're sort of like tags, like flags. I don't know, but they're really nice as well. So that's what I've used for the top, and that is it, I think. Have I got anything else to share with you? No, I think that's it. So let's craft. So I'm getting my paper trimmer. I am literally just going to be turning this A4 sheet into squares. So it needs to be 21 centimetres across. So I am going to have to put my arm out on here, and I'm just going to score it at 7 centimetres. Okay, so make sure that cutting blade is out of the way. 7 centimetres, 14 centimetres, and then it should be 21. So I don't need to cut it. Yep, exactly. So I'm going to turn it on the long side, and I'm going to do it again at 7 centimetres. So this time we're on the long side. 7 centimetres, 14 centimetres, 21 centimetres, and then we're actually going to cut it off at 28 because I didn't pre-cut my card. So now we have a piece of card that has got 4 squares across by 3 squares down, and that's it. That is it. We now just do a little bit of cutting and we're nearly there. I told you this was a quick make. Really, really good quick make. So I'm going to bring this back on the longer side at 7 centimetres, and what I'm going to do is put my cutting blade here and cut up, and then put my cutting blade there. I'm just going to check you can see that on the camera there, and cut down. So let me do that. So remember we did a score at 7 centimetres, so I am comfortable that if I put this on the score line, there's a little line on the side of it. Don't know if you can see there. Just put it back at 7 centimetres. So put it in and then press down and then cut up. Can you see it cuts exactly where I want it to on the 7 centimetres? And then I'm going to go down to this bottom area, put it on 7 centimetres again, bring it down, place my cutter in the right place and push down. You can feel it grip into the paper, and then cut down. And that means I've got a tab on there and there. I'm going to go along and do that at 14 centimetres. You could take the card off, hold it up in the air and cut it with scissors. But you might as well make your life easy and use your paper trimmer. So down again. Yep. I'm just checking that I've got it right where I needed it, right up. Okay. And then, come out of the runner. I lift it up, use my thumb as a support. Then when I'm happy where it is, I put it down, push it down. Hang on, let's bring that back so you can see. Push it down and slide it up, and again 14 centimetres. Do it again at 21, and then we will be there. So find the line, the score line going across, and then cut up, and do the same here and go down. Okay, so that should have turned your piece of card into this. It's got all these tabs. Okay, now what we're going to do is cut off diagonally at either square here. So I'm going to line it up on my paper trimmer from this point to this point. So I do that just by turning my paper sideways. looking where the cutting runner is. Again, I'm just going to check that you can see what I'm talking about. Bring that down a little bit. And I'm going from that point to that point. And this time I do want to cut. But I put my cutting blade in the middle. I go down and then up. And then that means I don't have little dented in corners. So that bit is not needed. Now the other side I want to do opposite. So I've turned my paper and I'm going to go from this corner to this corner. So I'm just making sure that that's exactly where I want it. I put my cutting blade in the middle and push it down, and then go up and down, and I've got a really nice good point on there. And that's it. Ta-da! How exciting is this? I told you it was quick. So what you need to do now is burnish all your lines. Now this is where I think, oh no, I have got my bone folder. So where all your folds are, just go along them and just make sure you've got nice crisp edges, because it will make a difference to your box. Okay, and go along this side here. Usually when I'm making a box, I put a little triangle cut on the sides to make the tabs go together nicer. You don't even do that with this. It literally is the easiest box ever. So I'm just going along these ones now, just making sure that these are all done. And then we're going to put the box together. Now I'm going to show you how to put it together in slow motion. Okay, so this is the bottom of your box, this bit here. So these sides go up, okay? These ones come round like that. We just move that lid out the way so you can see. They come round like that, which means these front ones come round there. And that gives you a nice, neat box, okay? So I'll do that again. This is the base of your box. So these sides come up. The back two pieces come round. And then the front two pieces come round to there, okay? And we're going to basically glue those pieces together. And then what happens is that tucks in, tucks into there. Doesn't want to go because it's all flapping. And that holds it in place. And that's your cube. It really is simple. So let's put some glue on there. So we're going to stick the back piece on first. And I've got some Hooray glue here because it gives me a bit of wiggle room when it's not stuck up. Okay, so I'm just putting some glue on that side, but I'm going to put glue on this side as well, just so it's ready for me in a minute. So this side comes round, okay, and I just have a look and make sure I've got a nice corner on there. That just gets glued. Now this bit, I've already got glue on it, so I'm going to bring that side up and bring that round and just check I've got a nice square box at the back there. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that on its side and press those sides down, just so I know they're really glued down before I mess about with the front piece. And the front piece, I'm going to put some glue on these. And this one, and then I need to be thinking about what paper. Oh, this is the question. I might have to make another one. Okay, so that side's down, and then this side comes round. And can you see how lovely it goes together? That is it. Ta-da! Almost. You just need to decorate it. So all I'm doing is pushing my hand inside and just making sure that it's really pressed down in all of the areas. I mean, I'm pretty lucky with Hooray glue anyway because it's very sticky. But if you're using double-sided tape, that's fine too. And this is going to come in like that. And there, Okay, so let's decorate it. Now, ooh, paper. So what paper do you need? You need 6 squares that are 6.5 by 6.5 centimetres. Okay, and then you need 1 square that's 6 by 6 centimetres. And the reason for that is because we're going to put a piece on this side. And if you do 6.5, it doesn't leave, it does leave a border, but it's quite tight. So you want it to look really nice. So we're going to do 6 centimetres on this one. And again, I'm lining it up on the corner, like so. And then I'm going to bring my cutting blade to the middle and press it down so I know it's not going to wiggle anywhere. And then I go up and down, and that gives me really nice crisp corners. Okay, now what I tend to do when I'm colouring onto coloured card, not colouring, I'm putting designer series paper onto coloured card. Can you see there's a bit of a white edge on my paper? So I do like to colour the edge in so it's not coloured. Now I'm not sure that on this box it is going to make too much difference. So if that's a step too far for you, don't do it. Can you see my blade needs changing? My paper's a bit fluffy. It doesn't look it when you look at that, but when you colour the side, so I must remember to do that as well. There's nothing more annoying than fluffy paper, fluffy edges on your paper. Okay, so they are just going to go on there. So can you see it gives a nice border all the way round. Actually, I'm going to do those as the B side, the hexagon honeycomb side, because I think that will look nice inside. And then I can decide about the outside. Okay, so that's just going to go straight on there like that. Do that, just like that. And then I do the other side. I thought I needed to do a quick make because my tutorials have been getting longer and longer. I don't know if it's because my makes have got more layers to them. I like to chat. I don't know. And I know when I'm watching a crafty video, I just want them to get to the point. Stop waffling, just tell me what the next size is. And so I thought, let's do a really quick make this week. And then it's helpful for everybody. And like I say, there's a few makes that you do that you go back to time and time again. And this is definitely one of them for me. So that's on there. And can you see when they lift that up? That comes out really lovely. So, decision time. I think I'm going to go with that hexagon pattern. I think, oh, yeah, I am. And then I can decorate the top. Yes, okay. So I've already coloured all the edges of mine, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue them all down. Like I was saying, if you want to make this a little bit more special, you can layer it up with card first. So I would do 6.5 in, so if I was doing it on here, I'd do 6.5 in a white card and then 6 centimetres on the designer series paper, and that will give you a really nice layer. Just going to press on the inside. You could also decorate this box while it's flat. If that's easier, do that. If you don't want to use so much glue, put your paper down and add glue to the paper. If you're holding your box up in the air and your paper up in the air and trying to add some glue, you end up using more. I know that's a bit weird, isn't it? But that is what happens. Okay. What I mean is, if you're putting glue on like this, you end up putting a lot more glue because you haven't got so much control. Whereas if it's laying flat on the tabletop, you can put it on much easier. Now, I'm now thinking the box looks a bit plain, but I'm going to jazz up the top. Because it's not about the box, it's about the gift, isn't it? It's about the gift that's inside. Although I want the box to be a standout on the side box. Ta-da, that one. This is a good way to use up some of your paper that you've been stashing as well, because 6.5-inch squares, you can get a lot out of a piece of designer series paper. So that's that. That is going to go on the top, and this one is going to go on the inside. I might actually put the bees on the inside. Or do you think that'll look a bit odd? Yeah, it will look odd. Let's do it. Before I do that, I want to put my ribbon on. When I did this one, I just tucked the ribbon under this layer, but I realised that if you keep pulling and pulling that, it's going to pull the whole thing off. So this time I'm going to put some ribbon under there and across. So I need to work out the size of my ribbon, which is probably about that. Okay. So I've just folded a piece of ribbon in half. I am going to put some double-sided tape. Now luckily it doesn't matter on which side on this because it's any way round paper. So I'm just going to choose one side, get the middle-ish of the piece of paper, and I'm going to put that, just one side of it, and then I'm going to put some glue over the top, because it's literally just holding that ribbon in place, but this is going on the inside. Okay, so it's going on the inside. My ribbon tab is going to be here, so that is going like so, just like that, and I'm just going to flatten that down before I put the other side on. So this, now I can see how much ribbon I need. I've probably put way too much, but that's okay, because what I will do is work out where I want it. So there, I am going to put a bit under there, the end of my ribbon. Okay, so that's going to go like that. Let's have a look, because you can mess about with it now. Yeah, that's fine. I like that. Then I'm going to just put some glue on here. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there as well, because I do want it to really stick. Bring that over, and this time I'm more happier with that my ribbon is going to be secure. It's not going to pull off my piece of designer series paper if it's opened and closed too many times. There you go. Learn as we go along, don't we? Together. Okay, that's it. That is it. How lovely is that? That's just catching there. So I just need to put a little bit of glue on there in that corner. But let's have a look. Ta-da! Okay, so for the top bit, I am going to put, oh, what's that on there? A little bit of something. That's going to go on there. My bee paper. Oh, can you bear to watch me fussy cut some bees? Okay, let's see if we can do it really quick, because I really want the bees to be on it somewhere. Let's have a look. Fussy cutting quickly does not work, does it? And under pressure. Okay, nearly there. I just want to see what it looks like with the bees on the top. So hopefully you have enjoyed this craft along tutorial for my quick and easy pop-up, quick and easy cube gift box. I got there. If you like what you've seen, have a look at some of my other tutorials. I try and not waffle too much, try and get to the point, help you use up the crafty goods that you've got, introduce you to some new craft products from Stampin'Up, and shop with me. Please don't forget to send me a photo of your makes. If you make something with one of my videos, it is so inspiring to see everybody's take on the makes. really, really lovely. You can follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on Instagram, Pinterest as well. I'm sort of dipping my toe in and out. It's hard to do everything at once, isn't it, with life? Oh, look. Yeah, that's going to look great. So, here is our gift boxes. Which one's your favourite? Ta-da! Thanks for watching.